Time I'm going to be commenting on a replay battle between me and Saracen Guard. I'm playing as Sparta, he chose Baktria. And I thought this battle was interesting because it kind of shows the problems you will have while going on the offensive with pikes. So let's watch the replay. You can see our builds here. I have 6 Gorgo Skirmishers, 6 Spartan Hoplites, 4 Perokoi Spears, 2 Citizen Cavalry, 2 Royal Spartans. He has 3 Citizen Cavalry, 2 Horse Archers, a total of 6 pikes, 2 of them levy, 5 Thurios Spears. So a decent build, I think, but as you'll see, I think the pikes gimp his offensive capabilities to quite a significant degree. And my opponent does not have the skirmishing advantage. I have a massive skirmishing advantage. These are pretty decent skirmishers, 23 missile damage, 20 armor, kind of mid-range slingers. They will be able to do a number on his pikemen here. So my opponent deploys, he has the hill advantage, he deploys a bit back here. I am going to go for this forest because I didn't know how many skirmishers he had. It's really only these 2 plus these 2 horse archers, so nothing too worrying. I should be able to deal with that just fine. But I am going to try to limit the effectiveness of any cavalry, slow them down a bit by making him have to come through the woods instead of just letting him get massive downhill charges here. So, as you can see, I've given orders just moving up a bit here. And since my opponent doesn't react to this, I'm thinking, wow, is he away from his keyboard or something? But you'll see he'll start responding in a while. Now, of course, he does have 4 cavalry units that potentially can do a lot of damage to my skirmishers. So I'm going to keep them very close to all this supporting infantry and use my citizen cavalry to chase away or tie down any potential cavalry. And I'm keeping my Royal Spartans in reserve here just to be able to always have some support if he decides to move in. Now these Perokoi Spears, they throw javelins on the charge, but they don't have the range of the Thurios Spears. So if they had that, they would be very, very useful indeed. They are still useful, just a bit less so. Nice bonus against large units though. Decent armor and overall good units. So here he's going to start skirmishing with his horse archers. That's fine. I'm going to send some skirmishers over there to deal with them and throw some javelins. I'm going to get close enough to throw my javelins at them, inflict some damage straight away. So that was a nice little surprise. And now he's moving his citizen cavalry around here. Not too worried about those, since I have citizen cavalry myself. They won't be able to punch through in any major way, and they should be. I should be able to destroy them before they can do major damage to my skirmishers. So I'm just going to stay here and let my opponent come to me, let him split up his army. Because I have the skirmishing advantage, he has to make something happen here. But it's going to allow me to start shooting a bit more at his horse archers. And not a huge bunch of guys die because they can get out of range very quickly. And here he was able to tie me down with his citizen cavalry. That's fine. Going to try to pull through here. Just about catching them, but I'm charging in with Royal Spartans, and they're going to do a number on his citizen cavalry. Going to kill them off fairly quickly before they inflict a lot of casualties on my skirmishers. So over here I'm going to be able to charge straight into his citizen cavalry, support with spears, and now he's doing what I want. He's bringing in his Bactrian Royal General. Now I have to be a bit wary about that unit because it can really destroy my skirmishers in a single good charge almost. Pull through here and just take out the entire line. So I'm going to reorient my own lines to meet his for a bit. Nothing too major. I still kind of want to appear vulnerable in order to entice him to move around my formation and try to get in somewhere. So it's working. He's going to try to move into the gap, then I'm going to shoot at him for a while, and then I'm going to close the gap. Here I'm just going to use my citizen cavalry to chase these horse archers away for a moment, while still firing at his Bactrian Royals. My opponent is starting to skirmish me a bit. I notice my Spartan Hoplites taking some damage here. Nothing too worrying since there are only 2 of these personal elite archers. And As you can see, 6 slingers massing fire on them. It's going to do some major damage. And he's just probing here, trying to find a way to get these guys through. I'm continuing to chase with my Pyrrhocoi spears. Citizen cavalry taking damage to both melee and to horse archers here. But I'm going to be able to charge his general and kill a few more guys off that unit and continue to chase him away, so that my citizen cavalry can get some more action in on this citizen cavalry. Now I'm focusing fire on these guys, elite Persian archers. They're going to go down very quickly indeed. Goodbye. You can see all the rocks here rolling down the hill. And the pikes behind are also taking some damage, so not the best deployment here by my opponent. But it happens in heated battles. So I'm continuing to shoot at these Persian archers, getting some good shots in. His pike line is taking some casualties. And there we go, Persian archers dropping for a little bit. So since he's pulling them away, instead of chasing them, they're only one unit, I want to bring my skirmishers into position to be able to shoot at any incoming cavalry, because we have these 2 units, and if he splits them off, it will be difficult for me to stop all his cavalry. So I'm just going to try to throw some javelins with these Pyrrhocoi spears, and he's going to pull away because I have the skirmishing advantage. So I'm going to turn my 6 skirmishers around, because I guess that I will be able to take down these depleted units with some focused fire. I don't have turned skirmish mode off on them. My opponent doesn't want to stay in my fire here, and you can see it's still some rocks rolling down, or pebbles. Pretty cool. He's going to go around wisely. I don't know if he saw that I turned my guys around or what, but he's going to go around. Now I don't have any cavalry left, but that's fine. His cavalry is severely depleted, and his general has taken a lot of casualties, and he is also tired. Horse archers got some nice kills. So I'm going to focus fire on this citizen cavalry, but it's going to pull them out just in time, I think. Yeah. Pull them into these dolmens of Karnak. Now, of course, my entire flank is very open here, but I have enough units that I can quickly reform, and I'm not too worried about that. But I am a bit worried about this Bactrian Royal Cavalry. So I'm just going to pull back from his infantry, give me a bit more time to skirmish, try to focus fire on his general there, see if I can get into range. No, well, yep, he's going to charge in. Charge all my units at the citizen cavalry, try to stop them, throw javelins. And now his royal cavalry should start taking damage. There we go. Yep, general is going down very quickly indeed. Happy about that. So citizen cav, not the best charge. They are getting some kills, but I have enough infantry support here in these Pyrrhocoi spears that I'm not worried about them taking out many skirmishers. Over here I'm just leaving some units, so he will have to maneuver his pikes a bit, so he can't charge straight in. General wavering from slinger fire and spears. Now he's down to these 2 units, so not looking too good for my opponent here. I'm going to reform my lines and get some more javelins, I believe, in on these horse archers, if they have any javelins left. Nope. Pretty cool looking units. So Smurf helmets and all. So I just, in order to stop him a bit, I was able to get through the pikes here because they weren't down. So I'm just going to sacrifice these units of Pyrrhocoi spears to disorganize his lines a bit. They're not really important at this point. They've done their job. And here come the pikes. And let's see if pikes are effective offensively. Now I'm just going to stand here and take it, because I'm confident that my Spartan Hoplites can take it when I put them in phalanx. So he's going to have to move really close here. Initially he's going to push my guys back, but look at this. My guys don't really care. Not losing any men yet, and they're killing pikemen. So Spartan hoplites, granted, they are pretty good hoplites. Good armor, very good melee defense. But this high melee defense will make it so that less of his pikes with 34 melee attack, less of his pikes will actually hit. And although they're getting shot at by these Thuria spears and engaged frontally with pikes, the combat is even. So elite pikes would absolutely destroy these guys, but these are not elite pikes. And now I'm just going to be able to use these skirmishers at will, since he's out of cavalry. These horse archers are going down. So now it's not looking too good for my opponent. I don't know if these guys don't have attack orders. It looks like it's going to move them up. But here you can see the deficiency of pikes at offense. Yep, just pushing my guys around a bit. Not really getting many kills. And all the while they are very vulnerable to this. Very vulnerable. So focusing fire, being able to pick the pike units down one by one. Here I'm charging in some levy pikes, not worried about them at all, with my Spartan hoplites. The levy pikemen, although having their pikes out, are getting wrecked. These Spartan hoplites are up against many units, so they are going to go down. But overall, at this point, the battle is just about over. So, since my guys are holding really well here, the Spartan hoplites are starting to die, and now these pikemen are winning the combat. And here as well, they are engaged by pikes on both sides. Still, not doing too shabby. Not getting a lot of kills, but at least holding the pikes back for a while. And they are more expensive than these pikemen, but still, even engaged frontally, this combat is, well, it's losing, actually. This unit is losing, although being engaged frontally. So there you kind of have the issue with pikes. They are decent frontally, but against good hoplites, not really going to cut it. These Thuria spears are fairly evenly matched with my Peroikoi spears. Peroikoi spears had some kills from before, so chevron for them. Going to send these guys around here to support the fight. And my skirmishers, since they have free reign, this would be an awesome time for my opponent to like spring a trap, because he had some hidden cavalry over here or something. But I didn't really see that. He would have sprung the trap earlier, I think. So now it's just focus fire from my Gorgos into these Thuria spears, because they are annoying units. You'll see them start dropping very quickly. Yep, going down. And this combat is over, almost. So the Spartan hoplites kind of are equal to pikemen frontally, it seems. At least in this battle they were equal. I don't think I shot much at those pike units. They might have taken some HP damage from before, but I don't remember. So here, thorax swords running straight into a slightly disorganized phalanx. But the Spartan hoplites are beasts. Charging Spartan hoplites into the flanks here. Gorgos are still doing their thing against these thorax swords. Gotten some nice kills on them. And that's the battle. So I GG my opponent. And let's have a look at the stats. So I killed 1244 guys. I lost 856. That means I lost 21 guys to friendly fire, I think. My opponent lost a bit more guys to friendly fire, but nothing major. And I think the issue, these horse archers got some very nice kills. Very nice indeed. But I think the pikes, well, some of them got a few kills, but nothing major. Overall, my slingers were the most decisive factor in this battle, I think. Although the Peroikoi spears didn't do too shabby, and the Spartan hoplites held out frontally against pikes. So, I think the challenge with this type of build is that you don't have a decisive advantage in any aspect of the battle. At least not against Sparta, because two horse archers and 3 citizen cavalry plus 1 Bactrian royal isn't really a decisive cavalry force. The Bactrian royal cavalry, granted, it is very good, but it's going to be difficult to use it against Sparta. And having only 2 of these elite Persian archers means that you might be severely gimped in the skirmishing. Also, a pike line consisting of these pikes and levy pikes together, well, like you saw, they weren't really that effective frontally even. So some Thurio spears, nice, good units, thorax swords, but they are kind of not that supported. You need some sledgehammers to break through Sparta. You need to take care of the skirmishers, and then you need to have strong enough infantry or shock calves to be able to just plow through everything. And here I just didn't see this Bactrian build being able to kill enough Spartans to come out victorious in the end. But it was a fun battle, some nice maneuvering. I managed to practice my decision making and my micro a bit, so thanks to my opponent for that. Well played, and I'll see you again on the battle.